Hello guys, welcome again. I haven't done one of these videos in this motorhome in a while now, so things have changed. I got a bigger papers. What else do I got? I got some pics I want to show you from the whole idea of the treasure hunting, right? That was my last important video. The rest after that was so, not a big deal. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you some pictures. I finally have a design for Saint Joseph, Jesus' foster father. And how I came about this, it's kind of weird. Okay, it's kind of weird, so bear with me. So I went to another coffee shop again, and this new coffee shop, I saw a truck pass by, right? Okay, so the truck passes by, and it says TMC Restoration. This is a business. I don't know whose business, but it is a business, and the truck passed by, okay? And for me, because I mean, the whole point of this whole Guardian Angel game is to implement the Michelangelo Code, which is an acronym, right? To have every miner in church hold electronics, leverage at naming God's enemies lovingly, of cover-up of pedophiles' existence. Okay, so this is an acronym, but if you acronymatize the acronym, if that's obviously not a word, but you get TMNC. Okay, TMC. So I usually in my emails, like, you can I use this a lot. Like, for example, you can send tips to TMC, right? TMC, lower capital T, and then tips, TIPS, at proton.com. So Proton, I think, is more secure. So I use this a lot, right? And I'm like, wow, okay, cool. Nice. This is a nice place to remind myself and focus on the main point of this whole thing that I'm doing, TMC. So obviously later on, I do whatever I need to do. And just the other day, I had finished driving and advertising to the high school that you see when you load up the video on the Michelangelo Code, right? Or also on my YouTube channel. Anyways, the next day I'm like, whew, that was close. The thing actually ran on the whole night. Yeah, and you know what? Long story short, the point I'm trying to make is, at the end of that trip, I saw another sign, and it said, Triumph. So it helped me. I'm not saying these are signs from God or anything. I'm just saying, usually when Catholics hear the word triumph, we think of Fatima, triumph of Mary's Immaculate Heart. Immaculate Heart. So for me, when I saw that, finally, I was like, yeah! So the next day, I was like chilling. I was like chilling on the coffee place. And I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna cool it now. I'm not gonna advertise. I'm just gonna relax, draw. So I decided to draw this. I liked this part, right? And I was thinking, man, there's a lot of, in Brampton, there's a lot of brown people. I told my sister-in-law that I'm thinking of, I want to kind of maybe grow a beard that looks like that looks like this, or sorry, a mustache, because there's a lot of people in Brampton that has this. It's old school, right? Like really old. So I was like, yeah, and so I'm like, I'm not gonna try, but instead of trying to grow it, I'm just gonna draw it. So I decided, let me put it on Saint Joseph. So that's like the main thing that started this whole Saint Joseph thing. That's different, because usually when I draw Saint Joseph, I just make it look like Jesus, but in reality, he's not the real biological father of Jesus, right? As you know, in the podcast that I have, I've explained it all. The objective flesh of Mary was used the same way that God used the burning bush, to communicate to Moses. The subject was God in his subjectivity, but the rest of it was created stuff, right? Sound waves, whatever you want to say, right? Same thing. It was the Son of God, who is not a created subjectivity. He's not. He is. So he, the second subject of God. There are three subjects of God. The second subject of God, communicated by the flesh of Mary, and basically creating the flesh of Jesus, right? But there was no created subject of Jesus compared to everyone else. We are created subjectivity, not Jesus. He is, usually people say the uncreated, but I don't like saying that. It's just basically he's the creator. Okay, anyways. The point I'm trying to make. Man, I just went out of topic. Back to this guy. Oh yeah, Saint Joseph is not the biological father. He's a foster father. So we can pray to him and ask him as a foster father for help, which I do. I do a lot now. Especially when I'm trying to avoid guns. Even if it's a police gun, I'm trying to avoid it. Anyway, so this looks good on a drawing. Even it may not look good on a person or me, maybe other people, but it looks good on a drawing. Okay, so yeah, basically I ended up with this. So you got, this is Saint Joseph. You can see the beard, right? Or mustache. Why do I keep saying beard? Mustache. I made sure the eyebrows are like squares. Usually I don't draw it like this, but I decided might as well this time, different style. And I made the eyes really big, pupils, to show the innocence of, like, he is innocent, but later on I'm going to show you the warrior. Actually, maybe I'll show you now. Let's see, where's the warrior? This is just a kind of glimpse of the warrior battle style. But for now, he's with, this is maybe a 12-year-old Jesus, possibly. Anyway, they're looking at a treasure map. Okay? And remember, guys, this is all a dream.